All right. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about object-oriented programming, and we're going to be going through the What Would Python display. So before we get started, quickly, I'm just going to introduce the repr method. So basically what this does is when you're asking Python to represent an object, it'll call the repr method and print out the string that the repr method returns. So here we see the repr method for the Jedi class, and it's returning Jedi plus self.name. So whenever we're trying to represent this object, that's how it's going to be represented. So for this What Would Python display, we're going to be dealing with Jedis. And we can get right into it. So quickly, we can start with not an environment diagram per se, but a quick way to represent each thing. So quickly, we have our Jedi class, and the lightsaber is equal to blue, and the Force 25. And now we create Anakin, which is an instance of this Jedi class. And Anakin's name is Anakin. So now we want to get what is Anakin.lightsaber and Anakin.force. So we see there's no instance variable for the lightsaber. So basically we're just going to call the class variable. And that's going to be Anakin's lightsaber. And so this goes same for the force as well. So Anakin.lightsaber, Anakin.force is going to return us blue 25. Then what we're going to do is we're going to change Anakin's lightsaber to be red. So and now when we call Anakin.lightsaber, we can see that we changed the instance variable for lightsaber to be red for Anakin. So now this is going to give us red. But we see that the class variable still remains the same. So this is going to give us blue. Because the Jedi class lightsaber class variable is still same. So when we change this Anakin.lightsaber to red, we're changing the instance variable for Anakin, but we're not affecting the Jedi class as a whole. Okay. Now we need to create a new instance for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. With the name Obi-Wan. And now what we're doing is we're setting Anakin.master to be equal to Obi-Wan. So when we do this, we create a new instance variable called master. And this is going to point to this Obi-Wan object that we created in the line before. And now, when we call Anakin.master, what it's going to do is it's going to give us this Obi-Wan object. And how are we going to represent that by printing it? That's where we're going to call this repr method. So once again, just so I can repeat that, this Anakin.master is going to return this object. And the way we're going to print that is by calling this repr method. So what's that going to give us? Calling this repr method on Obi-Wan is going to give us Jedi plus self.name. So Obi-Wan.name is Obi-Wan. Perfect. And Jedi.master, we can see that we added this master into this Anakin instance. So now this master is an instance variable of Anakin, but as we can see, there's still no class variable for Jedi. So Jedi.master, that is going to give us an error. Okay, now we can keep going. Obi-Wan.force plus equal Anakin.force. So here we're going to create an instance variable for force for Obi-Wan. And what's it going to be? So Anakin.force and Obi-Wan.force both are initially 25. Because we haven't changed our instance variable yet, it's equal to whatever the overarching class variable is. So basically, there's Obi-Wan.force plus equals Anakin.force is going to be our original Obi-Wan.force, which is 25, plus Anakin.force, which is 25. So this is going to be 50. And we can see that Anakin.force hasn't been changed, so it's still 25 as per the class variable. So this is going to give us 50, 25. Now, Obi-Wan.train Anakin, let's go up. So when we're calling Obi-Wan.train Anakin, right here, Obi-Wan is going to be our self. Obi-Wan, self. And Anakin is going to be our other, right? So other.force, so now we're going to be changing Anakin.force. So we're adding that instance variable here. And what's that going to be? Plus equals self.force. So this is going to be Obi-Wan's force, divided by 5. So Obi-Wan's force here is 50. Divided by that, that's going to give us 10. So this other.force, this Anakin.force, we remember we said earlier, starts at 25 because that's what the class variable is. So that's going to be 25 plus 10, and that's going to give us 35. So here, 50, 35. Now, once again, we have Jedi.train. I'm just going to erase this real quick. Jedi.train Obi-Wan Anakin. So basically, this is the same thing as calling Obi-Wan.train Anakin. We're calling... Sorry, let me just clean that up a little bit. We're calling this train method again and passing Obi-Wan as the self again. Obi-Wan, self. And Anakin again as the other. So just like we said earlier, we're going to be taking other.force, tier 35 for Anakin. And then we're adding self, Obi-Wan, dot force divided by 5. So what are we adding? We're adding 50 divided by 5 is 10. So this 35 is going to become a 45. And our final output is going to be 50, 45. All right. Hopefully that all makes sense, and good luck.